players in New Jersey versus Sentinel. Still trying to find his way throughout, like trying to find his form with his Piranha Plant or his Rob. You know, we can see both today, but he's still definitely a very, very strong player and someone to watch out for. I mean, Jukain also has, you know, gotten plenty of top 8s in these New Jersey locals, but maybe today's the day that he finds himself kind of break through that barrier that he's been trying to break through for so long.
Yeah, and I know recently Piranha Plant's actually been seeing some pretty good results stack up. Man,
Yo, he's in his feels.
Bro,
what song is playing? I can't tell, but I hope it's like a banger.
Dude, it's gotta be Kendrick after last night. He's gotta be listening to Kendrick.
Yeah, hopefully, hopefully, you know, it's not him that turns out to lose. We're actually gonna see the Rob today as well.
It's a Rob. Yeah. I was going to say that if he does want to go to Piranha Plant has been seeing some pretty good results lately between like Lucky and Brood. So, you know, the character has been kind of developing its own meta, but we are going to see the tried and true Rob against Jukain's Speech here. A really big character that gets comboed and a character that likes to combo. So you have to think this is looking pretty good for Jukain. We're already seeing such a big lead here, 54% basically unanswered, only just like a little chip damage from like the gyro and down tilts. Now we're finally going to see something. Oh, the counter coming out. That's going to keep Jukain in center stage. Tries to catch with the fair, but now Sentinel is starting to get some really good ground here. Throwing out a lot of projectiles. Oop, there's a little tush push coming in from Peach, the first of many.
The brotherly shove, if you will.
Brotherly shove, yep.
But yeah, no, I mean, this is looking really good for Jukain. Even though Rob has the ability to kind of outrange Peach, it's so difficult to deal with like an onslaught from these turnip combos. Even that counter, right? It's really, really good against projectiles, believe it or not, especially if you're trying to approach. That's something Jukain's going to be looking for a lot. And I mean, he's already gotten it with the gyro. You might see it a little bit more with the laser. Like, you don't even take damage from it too. Like, it's definitely something that Jukain will utilize a little bit more. And these turnips as well to pressure Sentinel trying to recover high and gets that forward air off after Sentinel lands. We're going to see that a lot more from Jukain, hopefully, if he wants to take this set. But Sentinel right now has got to reset, find some way in, drop shield. That's not how you want to get in. You want to get out of that. Finally gets it with that nair. Tries to go for the rotary arms, doesn't connect. And Jukain applying even more pressure on ledge with this down air.
Yep. Sentinel playing it safer. Ooh, great shield there, and he's gonna get the up smash out of shield there. It's gonna take Jukain's first stock off. Now Sentinel just kind of waiting out the invulnerability, trying to go high, but Jukain is Peach's aerial game is great. Ooh, he's gonna get the nair out of that potential gyro combo, which really could have swung the momentum in Sentinel's favor. Is able to safely get back.
Yeah, I'm seeing a little bit of inconsistency when it comes to these combos as well. Like, we know Rob for dishing out so much damage. I think that's my issue with Sentinel's gameplay right now, is that he's not finding these combos. Like, I mean, he's getting the 1-2s that are really, really important, don't get me wrong, but he definitely has opportunities where he can get a 0 to death here, and he's just not hitting the combos. And I wonder if it's just maybe some inexperience with the character, or maybe, you know, there's some sort of nerves. I mean, again, a very, very defensive player like Jukain, I could see where that could play a big role, and the up air gonna catch that landing. Like you mentioned, a big body character like Rob's bound to get hit by literally everything. So, you know, it was a matter of time before that up air was gonna kill and, you know, even hit him for that matter.
And like you were saying earlier, how, you know, Sentinel's been going high with a lot of these recoveries. Jukain's just been doing a really good job of following that up, using the turnips to really control where Sentinel's able to go up in the air and just respond with like those up airs or whatever Jukain can throw out. You're gonna see, okay, Nair there is gonna break the pressure, gets Sentinel some breathing space. Does at least have Jukain at over 130% there, and another shield up smash coming straight out of that. Sentinel has been good at least finding those opportunities to secure the stock there.
Even if it's not necessarily, you know, optimal, he's still getting it when it matters the most. And here you go, high recovery finally gets that Nair to land, but Jukain definitely trying to play a little bit more conservative, trying to play a lot more patient. It might come to bite him in the back, gets the air dodge to grab the gyro. Alright, gets center stage again, so Jukain, I mean, playing defensive sure is a really good idea, but I feel like at this point, with the way that last stock or that little interaction happened, he has to take the stock soon.
Yeah, we did finally see...
Stitch!
Oh my god, that's a Stitch. Oh, okay.
I was like, maybe that's just a winky face. Nope, that's a straight up Stitch and he wastes it. He might lose that. No, gets to get up attack. Alright, resets positioning once again against Sentinel. Gets these double forward airs off. Good damage. Could we see potentially some sort of edge guard, some sort of read? No, doesn't
Ooh,
get the
tried
right
to get the F
read.
smash. No, that is unfortunate. But this is a very close game now. Both of these players well within kill percent at this point. Oh, but the up
There
air
you go.
there. Oh
Yep.
no, unfortunate. Yeah,
I mean,
again.
what a comeback from Sentinel, right? Just clawing his way
Oh
back,
yeah.
finding interactions or finding these little gaps where Jukain was trying to maybe approach or maybe not even go for these turnips. Not really having a tool to dictate the pace of the game can get very, very annoying, especially as Peach, because, you know, you have turnips, sure, but you need to get a combo. You need to potentially condition your opponent. But when you have gyro out, it's just like, it's tough to work around. You have to grab it, and there's so many things you have to consider. And Sentinel's working very, very well around that fact that Jukain kind of was questioning, you know, what his options were going to be next, and was able to get some more damage. If he got that roll read with the up smash, I feel like that would have been it. He would have gone to the next game with a lot more momentum, and maybe Jukain would have swapped off to the cloud, but, oh, you know, that's all ifs, ands, or buts. Jukain gonna take the first game, go into game number 2. Same stage as well.
Yeah. I think Sentinel just needs to not let those nerves get to him, like you were saying, like some kind of nerves or experience or something. Oh my god, that's a quick 60%. Insane. But yeah, like Sentinels had those nerves, but like as we saw towards the end of that first game, the combos were starting to be more consistent. But Jukain is just even more consistent with these
Oh,
combos.
wait! The turnip to go back, and what is Jukain doing?
No.
He was like, I want to grab my turnip again. And just went down and was like, nope, I missed.
Yeah, he tried to grab the turnip, but he got strip sacked there by Sentinel, and that's just gonna do it. Ooh, okay, another turnip coming out. Okay, but it's great under the stage stalls are coming out from Sentinel. But there's still 169% on this rock. He's trying to go high and is able to safely get back.
Yeah, I love using that back air, right, to try and recover. Even maybe, I could see maybe a burner boost come out here and there if Sentinel knows it, but a really good flow cancel back air to take that stock. Something you're going to see Jukain do a lot more is just pressure with these really good aerials that have some nice frame data as well, like that back air, that nair even. Turn-ups just to throw it up, potentially catch a jump from Sentinel. A lot more edge guarding and maybe ledge trapping from Jukain, and we can see him close out this game, close out the set for that matter. But Sentinel's still fighting. Now you kind of see him play a little more patient. He kind of understands the situation that he's put himself in, or rather that Jukain has put him in. And it's like, hey, if you're not going to approach, that's fine. I have all the tools to be able to camp you out. I don't need to approach necessarily. And able to be patient with that laser to catch out that counter. Good stuff from Sentinel, but still at a deficit. At some point, Flygon, do you think Sentinel has to maybe pull the trigger, maybe just start going in aggressively? Because he's playing a lot of patience. He's playing to survive. I think that's kind of the issue I'm seeing right now.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that.
And he doesn't survive.
Yep. The fair there, that's going to take it. That's such a strong move. And now Sentinel is going to be on the back foot going into the last stock here. After what was an unfortunate SD from Jukain at the beginning, giving Sentinel maybe a bit of confidence and momentum. Okay, air dodge is going to save him from that up air. Ooh, and here we go. Now Jukain really finding the combo. Ooh, gets the dash attack to connect even through the dodge.
I love the idea with that counter, right? Trying to maybe catch Sentinel going for a throw of that turnip, because you know usually if people don't have their item, they tend to throw it immediately. So very, very good stuff from Jukain, just trying to condition Sentinel, trying to play these mind games for that matter as well. Trying to do it again, even though he lost that first stock in the manner that he did. I mean, he brought this back, and he has the lead. Like down throw, up smash potentially. No, goes for the up air. Smart stuff, short stuff.
Yep. But yeah, we are seeing Jukain also being very patient, as Sentinel was trying to throw out the gyro and lasers there towards the end of that second stock there. Jukain was backing up, giving Sentinel space, and just waiting for him to get that one over aggressive move, and punishes it pretty well. Okay. So, man, these counters are coming out pretty frequently now. Jukain knows that that's going to be one of his big tools for breaking these rock combos, because Sentinel, like you said, been getting the 1-2s, but not able to follow up with the 3-4s.
Right. And it's also one of those things, right, where at this high of a percentage, Jukain understands that Sentinel might be wanting to go for like a laser, maybe go for a gyro to be able to kill. And so these counters are good, but that up air, the tried and true, what took the first game is going to take the second. And Jukain going to move on in a 2-0 fashion. Sentinel fighting his way back, but couldn't fight hard enough. And Jukain holding it down as being one of the gatekeepers of this region. Sentinel, back to the drawing board it is, and literally back to the drawing board as he pulls out his
He's
notebook.
pulling
And
out the
that,
notebook. Yeah.
fair play. I mean, hey, every game is an opportunity to learn. And I think that's exactly what Sentinel's doing. He's like, all right, I understand that maybe I need to work on my combos a little bit more. Maybe I need to work on my patience, even though the patience was fine. I think it was one of those things where Sentinel was kind of struggling to balance aggressiveness with patience, and that's kind of what got him into positions that he didn't really like. Like recovering high, even though Rob has the option to do so, it gets very, very predictable. And I think Sentinel kind of telegraphed that a little bit too much. And Jukain was able to get these up airs, get some pressure off with turnip, and overall, just a really, really good performance from Jukain.
Yeah, like definitely Sentinel has a lot that they can learn from this set because
Hmm.
it was a very good set. You know,
Oh yeah.
they may not have been playing their best, but it was like you're against Duquesne in round one of a local. It's like really high pressure. Like you're going to have a difficult time no matter who you are. And
Oh, he jumped and float canceled by
that's what it was. Yeah,
accident. Ah. We're gonna
but
say
yeah,
they went for the turnip.
yeah. But yeah, regardless, Sentinel like can definitely walk out of this set head up,
Hmm.
knowing that there's a lot that he can learn from this and use to improve. So when we see Sentinel maybe in future fusions, uh, the set will go another way.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to say or tough to kind of like analyze it, but do you think that Sentinel might have been able to play more grounded, a little bit better? As I feel like he was in the air a lot, and granted, you can kind of put him in the air for the most
Yeah.
part, but I feel like, I mean, do you think Flygon, right, that if Sentinel was a little bit more grounded, he had like kind of a better chance? Because we saw him like start camping and start playing patiently, but he just wasn't in a position to do that, so I don't know. That stuff's kind of tough.
No, yeah, I do kind of agree with you there. I think the grounded play, especially against a character like Peach that wants to meet you in the air, 'cause that's where
Hmm.
she's the strongest, she's going to, obviously excel in that area. And Rob, like we were saying about the Nair, that's a slow move. Bear's a pretty slow move too.
Hmm.
The only real fast aerial that Rob has in his arsenal is Fair. That's a small hitbox, and Peach can easily dance around that. So yeah, in regards to trying to play more on the ground and would that have benefited Sentinel? I definitely agree. I think that's a good starting point.